Here's a number that should stop every car owner cold. The average driver spends over $1,200 a year on repairs that were completely preventable. Not from accidents. Not from bad luck. From decisions made in corporate boardrooms that quietly stripped away the features and transparency that used to protect both your car and your wallet. Today, we're going behind the curtain with 13 shop-proven maintenance truths the industry rarely advertises. Stay until number 1. It directly affects your insurance premium right now. Number 13. Physical climate controls. Research from Transportation Engineering Institutes has confirmed it. Interacting with a touchscreen while driving pulls your eyes off the road for 4 to 5 full seconds. At highway speed, that's over 400 feet traveled blind. Physical knobs work on muscle memory. Reach, rotate, return to the wheel without a single glance down. The maintenance reality is this. When an infotainment unit fails, your climate control often fails with it. Shop-proven tip: always preset your cabin temperature before pulling out of the driveway. Drivers who build that habit cut their in-motion screen interaction by over 60%. And clean your touchscreen regularly with an anti-static microfiber cloth. Static buildup increases lag, which makes you look down longer. But inconvenience is one thing. Number 12 is about being completely stranded in the worst possible conditions. Number 12. Full-size spare tires. Picture a sidewall blowout in a remote area with no cell signal. You open the cargo area expecting a spare. Instead, there's a foam sealant kit that only works on slow nail punctures, never on a structural tear. Manufacturers removed full-size spares to save $80 to $120 per vehicle and claim a fraction of a mile per gallon in improved efficiency. The math never served the owner. Mechanics recommend sourcing a compact spare that fits your bolt pattern, often available under $150. Check its pressure every 3 to 4 months. Rubber loses pressure even without a puncture. Store a compact breaker bar alongside it, because factory lug wrenches can't generate enough torque on modern fasteners. A flat spare in a crisis is no spare at all. Now here's one that surprises almost every driver. Number 11. Real engine temperature gauges. Your engine temperature gauge is not showing you live data. On many modern vehicles, the needle is software controlled to stay centered across a wide operating range until the situation is already serious, a design choice made to reduce customer concern calls to dealerships. True gauges used to reveal gradual temperature climbs under heavy towing or extreme heat, giving drivers the chance to pull over before a $6,000 head gasket failure occurred. What you can do right now: have an independent shop perform a cooling system pressure test annually if you tow or drive in extreme temperatures. It costs $40 to $80 and reveals weak hoses, slow leaks, and degraded coolant before they become catastrophic. Replace coolant on a mileage basis, every 50,000 miles for conventional, 100,000 for long-life formulas, regardless of what any monitor tells you. And speaking of visibility, number 10 affects every night drive in winter. Number 10. Headlight washers. If you drive through winters with road salt, your headlights are fighting a battle your manufacturer quietly made harder. Modern LEDs run cool, great for energy efficiency, but they no longer generate the heat that used to melt accumulated ice and salt spray off the lens. European safety data shows heavy salt contamination can cut headlight output by 50% or more. Headlight washer systems, high-pressure jets that cleared lenses in seconds, were standard on luxury vehicles for decades before cost reduction removed them from spec sheets. The expert fix: apply a UV-resistant headlight sealant every 6 months in salt exposure regions and keep a microfiber cloth in your vehicle to wipe lenses before long night drives. Never skip a headlight inspection at routine service. Visibility at night is non-negotiable. Now let's talk about something that affects your body on every single drive. Number 9. Adjustable lumbar support. Back pain costs Americans over $90 billion in medical expenses annually, and vehicle seating plays a documented role. Adjustable lumbar support was removed from numerous base trims to save $10 to $20 per seat, an amount that sounds trivial until you're a commuter doing 90 minutes each way every single day. Human spines aren't uniform, and a fixed lumbar profile that supports one driver perfectly causes another to load their lower discs across every mile. If your vehicle lacks adjustable lumbar, invest in a quality aftermarket driving support cushion, not a flat back pillow, but one with lateral wings that hold position during cornering. Also set your seat angle so your thighs are fully supported, your back contacts the seat back entirely, and your arms rest naturally without shoulder elevation. 5 minutes of proper setup now saves real physical consequences over 100,000 miles. The next one involves the most expensive component in your drivetrain, and a phrase that's quietly cost owners billions. Number 8. Transmission dipsticks. A transmission that fails at 90,000 miles when it should reach 200,000 doesn't fail randomly. It fails because the fluid inside it was never serviced. Marketing language branded automatic transmission fluid as lifetime fill. What that actually means is lifetime under ideal conditions that most real-world driving never delivers. Without a dipstick, owners can't smell burnt fluid or see contamination building. The result is a failed transmission with no warning story and a repair estimate between $3,500 and $5,000. Shop-proven protocol. Have transmission fluid inspected at 60,000-mile intervals through the fill plug by a qualified independent shop. Expect $30 to $60 for the inspection. If your vehicle still has a dipstick, check it warm, on level ground, after cycling through all gear positions. Healthy fluid is bright red and transparent. Brown or burnt-smelling fluid means schedule service immediately. Number 7 involves something even more fundamental, and a dashboard display that may be giving you false confidence right now. Number 7. Oil life monitors that actually monitor oil. Your oil life monitor does not chemically analyze your oil. It runs an algorithm, a predictive model built on mileage, revolutions, and temperature cycles. Under normal driving in mild climates, it performs adequately. Under severe conditions, towing, cold short trips, mountain driving in summer heat, it can be dangerously optimistic. The CarXpert solution costs nothing extra. Follow the severe service interval in your owner's manual, not the standard one. For most vehicles, that means an oil change every 5,000 miles or every 4 to 5 months regardless of what the display reads. If you tow or live in temperature extremes, drop to every 4,000 miles with a full synthetic. The difference in oil cost between intervals is measured in dollars. The engine failure it prevents is measured in thousands. Now let's move from what's under the hood to what surrounds every passenger on every highway mile. Number 6. Sound deadening material. Sustained interior noise above 70 decibels increases cognitive load, reduces reaction time, and accelerates driver fatigue on long trips. This is documented in transportation ergonomics research. Sound deadening material was reduced on numerous models to save $80 to $120 per vehicle during production. The aftermarket solution delivers one of the highest returns of any vehicle modification. Professional-grade butyl rubber dampening mats applied to door skins, floor pans, and firewall sections cost $150 to $400 in materials and dramatically reduce cabin noise. Owners consistently describe the result as moving up an entire vehicle class. It also reduces rattle development over time and creates a more stable acoustic environment for your audio system. DIY installation is achievable on a weekend with basic tools. Next, let's tackle the powertrain debate that still divides owners and mechanics alike. Number 5. Naturally aspirated engines. Turbocharged engines made compelling promises on paper. Real-world ownership introduced a more complicated calculation. Under sustained load, towing, repeated high-speed merges, mountain grades, small turbo engines work far harder than their displacement suggests, and fuel consumption in those conditions often approaches larger naturally aspirated alternatives. Turbocharger replacement costs run $1,800 to $4,500 outside warranty. The shop-proven maintenance priority for any turbo engine is strict oil change discipline using the correct viscosity-rated full synthetic. Carbon deposit buildup on intake valves, a documented issue on direct injection engines, can be reduced with periodic port injection cleaner additives every 20,000 miles. Always allow a 2 to 3 minute cool-down idle after hard use before shutting off. Heat soak after shutdown is a primary cause of turbo bearing failure that's entirely preventable. Number 4 is a safety feature removed for less than the cost of a single tire. Number 4. Sequential turn signals. Sequential LED turn signals, where light sweeps outward in the direction of travel, communicate direction using motion. Human peripheral vision responds to motion far faster than to a simple static light state change, creating a measurably larger reaction window for surrounding drivers. The maintenance reality. Partial LED failures within a sequential cluster often don't trigger warning lights, but they do misfire the sequence, which means your signal communicates incorrectly when you need it most. CarXpert recommendation. Walk around your vehicle monthly with signals running and confirm each sequence completes cleanly in both directions. Replacement LED boards on modular systems are typically under $60. 5 minutes of inspection prevents a ticketable offense and an insurance liability. Number 3 is about a driving experience the industry declared dead and got completely wrong. Number 3. Manual transmission options. Manual transmissions remain among the most durable drivetrain options available when maintained properly. Clutch wear is entirely usage-dependent. The single most protective habit a manual driver can build: shift to neutral and fully release the clutch at every extended stop. This removes constant pressure from the throw-out bearing, a component that costs $300 to $800 to replace from sustained loading damage. Transmission fluid in a manual gearbox should be replaced between 30,000 and 45,000 miles, despite most manufacturers publishing no service interval. Fresh fluid costs $80 to $150 at an independent shop. A synchromesh failure that causes grinding between gears costs $900 to $2,500. Drivers who follow this protocol consistently report crisp, precise shift quality past 150,000 miles. Number 2 is about what you sit on and what the premium badge on your door actually guarantees. Number 2. Real leather instead of synthetic vinyl. Interior material naming in the premium segment is some of the most sophisticated marketing language in the automotive industry. Sensitech, MBTEX, Softex. These are vinyl-based synthetics engineered to look like leather at delivery. Under sustained UV exposure and heat cycling, they crack, harden, and peel at rates genuine leather simply doesn't match when properly maintained. Real top-grain leather develops character over decades. The maintenance discipline is simple: a pH-balanced leather cleaner quarterly followed immediately by a quality conditioner. 20 minutes, under $25 in materials, and the protection it provides at trade-in time consistently returns multiples of its cost. For synthetic surfaces, use products specifically formulated for vinyl. Leather conditioners leave synthetics greasy and UV vulnerable. Never use household cleaners, alcohol wipes, or silicone sprays on any interior surface. The damage accumulates invisibly until resale. And now, number 1. The one that hits every owner, every repair bill, and every insurance renewal. Number 1. Serviceable parts instead of sealed assemblies. When a vehicle is engineered with fully sealed, integrated assemblies, a single LED failure inside a headlight module that would have cost $15 and 20 minutes to fix in a modular system now requires full assembly replacement priced between $800 and $2,200. Collision facilities have documented how minor parking lot contact with one of these assemblies can push a $20,000 vehicle toward total loss. Insurance actuaries read that repair cost data across every vehicle platform in their database, and your premium reflects it whether you've ever made a claim or not. The most effective protection is transparent PPF film applied to headlight and tail light surfaces. A professional application runs $80 to $150 per unit and lasts 5 to 7 years. Inspect all lens surfaces at every oil change for micro cracks that allow moisture intrusion. A quality UV Cure adhesive sealant costs under $20 and seals early damage before it escalates into a 4-figure repair. Knowledge is the most cost-effective maintenance tool available, and now you have it. If this gave you something real, hit that like button right now and share it with one person who owns a car. This information has genuine financial value attached to it. Subscribe for more content at this level of depth, because we never do filler. And drop a comment below telling us what country you're watching from. We read every single one and we want to know where in the world our community is driving. See you in the next one.